and I can show you how the other half lives. Yeah, I can take you out of this. Get on your grind and take the dive. Can you riddle me this? If a house is just a loan, why not double your chips? Look up a property in your city, then buy it and flip. You just copped yourself a brand new whip. You poor thing, I know you wanna live just like this.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Chase. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5. The quick throw by Burrow is complete, so nothing doing there. And that will lead to a third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
What's that?
They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Here's Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's number one goal is to throw that timing off.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, hold. What is that?
Allen going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Hey, we got to keep scoring.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Burrow will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Cook again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Alert! Half 10.
Now Allen. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, Their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Room to maneuver at the 35, and he'll be taken down at the 26. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
Here we go. Whoa.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Cook following the penalty, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Alert, alert, alert!
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 9-yard line.
I'm one, right?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. An inside give, Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Chase Brown.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it is 28-0.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
What's that?
They'll try the middle with Cook.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook.
60 yards.
And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Another run for Brown on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Middle.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Off 52. Look out.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Quentin Morris, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Open man is Chase, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak, and he will have the first down. And that is not officially going to end it, but they'll be able to take the clock way down from here.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you'd think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They will toss to Brown. Breaks a tackle. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
There he goes left side.
Inside the 10.
And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 13. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
I'm fine, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Gun.
Right back to Brown. And now he's going to dive and be marked down on a play that really turns out bad for this offense.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll get with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, looking shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. And we are underway in Buffalo.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
On the ready. Down.
Love looking to throw it. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Hut.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Drill, 52. Shot, 17. Hut, hut.
To throw now. Here's Love.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. He's got room at the 30.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. That one good for 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
On play action. Love to throw.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Ready. 22 meters. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 73 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And complete once again to Watson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Love. And it's caught. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Ready.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
52. Alert! Look out!
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Five wide. Alert!
To throw, it's Allen.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
Alert!
Looking to throw. Allen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Alert!
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. On play action, Allen. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Love. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready.
Love, they go play action now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Let's go now.
Following the interception, Love.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson
In the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Bills 7. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Look out!
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Half. What's that?
Allen off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
Now Allen, rolling to his left.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Allen to throw it. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception. And we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 62 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
They run again on first down. Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Regular.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Lucas Van Ness picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Allen going to throw. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Alert! We go!
One final try here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.